How's it going, NBA fans? Welcome to my channel. My name is Johnny Arnett, and today I have an interesting video for you. But before I get into all that, I wanted to let you all know I'll be doing a brand new NBA jersey giveaway in which you get to choose the jersey. I'll explain all the details for that and how you can win at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around until then. Now let's get into the video. Today we're talking about a player with one of the most polarizing legacies of all time. The legacy of Scottie Maurice Pippen. You guys know plenty about Pippen's legacy. He was one of the greatest wing defenders the league has ever seen. He was a capable scorer and a perennial all-star and a 6-time NBA champion. So you may be asking yourself, why even bother making this video if we already know so much about Scottie Pippen? The reason why I think this video is necessary is because no one seems to agree on the greatness of Scottie Pippen. He's one of the most difficult players to rank on the all-time list. Some say he's extremely underrated, while others say he's grossly overrated. In 1997, Scottie Pippen was voted by NBA representatives as one of the 50 greatest players of all time, but even this sparked plenty of debates and controversy, because some felt he wasn't as worthy of that honor as some of Pippen's peers. There's one thing we can blame for the confusion on the greatness of Scottie Pippen, and that is the shadow of Michael Jordan. The instant you bring up Pippen within a conversation about the greatest players of all time, there will be people who look at you funny and who will quickly dismiss him, because obviously Jordan deserved most of the credit and was the leader of those championship teams. Because Scottie was the Robin to Jordan's Batman, it's hard for people to clearly see Pippen's true greatness or lack thereof. He was a sidekick, and during his prime, we almost never got to see him outside of his role as a sidekick. With that being said, Pippen is easily the most accomplished sidekick of all time. In this video, I'll be tackling the career of Scottie Pippen and taking an in-depth look at his stats and his game so that we may finally and definitively come to a conclusion on just how great Scottie Pippen actually was. Let's take it back to the beginning of Scottie's career. Scottie Pippen was entering the NBA draft in the 1987 season, coming off of a senior year at the University of Central Arkansas, a season in which Scottie averaged 23.6 points, 10 rebounds, 4.3 assists on near 60% field goal shooting. He was selected 5th overall in the 1987 NBA draft by the Seattle Supersonics and was traded to the Chicago Bulls for Olden Polynice and future draft pick options. On a quick side note, the Supersonics really blew it with this trade, because on their roster, they had offensive-minded all-stars like Tom Chambers, Dale Ellis, and Xavier McDaniel, who were all in their mid to late 20s. Adding a defensive anchor like Scottie Pippen almost certainly would have made them perennial contenders in the Western Conference. Instead, Pippen started his career in Chicago with an already established Michael Jordan, who was in the middle of an MVP season. Pippen's career actually got off to a slow start and needed to develop his game over time. He only played 20 minutes per game in his first year and didn't start a single game for the Bulls, averaging only 7.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. Regardless of the slow start, the coaching staff and Pippen's peers still saw great potential in the young small forward. The obsessively competitive Michael Jordan specifically matched up with Scottie during most of the Bulls' practices. Throughout the years, many have credited Pippen's strong development, both offensively and defensively, to Jordan pushing him in those early years of Bulls practices. The maturation was slowly starting to show. In his second season, Scottie started 56 games on 33 minutes per game while increasing his averages to 14.4 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game on 47.6% shooting. With Scottie's help, Jordan and the Bulls reached the 1989 Eastern Semifinals for the first time in over a decade for the franchise. Unfortunately, Jordan and Pippen were not ready to dethrone the star-studded Pistons and were eliminated 4-2. It wasn't until Scottie's third season that he really started to break out into a star. He played and started all 82 games for the Bulls, earning his first All-Star selection of his career, while again increasing his averages to 16.5 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 5.4 assists and 2.6 steals per game on 49% shooting. Pippen was now beginning to realize his potential, and with Jordan having his first All-Star supporting teammate of his career, the Bulls looked poised to finally defeat their bitter rival, the Detroit Pistons, in the playoffs. The teams met in the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, and it was an epic series that was to be decided in the 7th game of the series. Unfortunately, Scottie was dealing with a severe migraine heading into the deciding game, an issue that had labored him for several times in his career. Pippen had decided to play and try to push through the pain, but it would have been better if he didn't. Pippen was clearly not himself in the deciding game and shot a horrendous 1 for 10 from the field. The Bulls never stood a chance, losing the game 93-74. The following season was Pippen's best yet. He increased his averages again, scoring 17.8 points, 7.3 rebounds, led the team in assists with 6.2, and averaged 2.4 steals on a very efficient 52% from the field. This was also the first season Pippen was recognized as one of the elite defenders in the league, as he made the NBA second team All-Defense. His team-leading 6.2 assists was also a correlation of his prominent and growing role within Phil Jackson's triangle offense, as Pippen was the team's main facilitator from the perimeter. With Pippen now beginning to reach his potential, Jordan had all the help he needed, and the Bulls destroyed the rival Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, sweeping them 4-0. The Bulls went on to defeat the Lakers in the 1991 NBA Finals, winning their first championship in what was the beginning of a dynasty. Scottie Pippen would be an All-Star the next 6 straight. Bulls' first three-peat in the 1993 season, Jordan announced his retirement from basketball in order to pursue his love for baseball. 8 points, 8.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 2.9 steals, and 0.8 blocks per game while shooting 49.1% from the field. For his efforts, he earned the first of 3 straight All-NBA first-team selections, and he finished 3rd in the MVP voting. The Bulls had made key additions that season of Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, and Luke Longley, and had finished the Jordanless season with 55 wins, good enough for the 3rd best record in the Eastern Conference. Pippen had taken the reins as leader of the defending champion Chicago Bulls, and he wasn't just doing a good job, but an excellent one. The Bulls comfortably swept the Cavaliers in the first round of the playoffs, and that set them up with a matchup with their physical rivals, the New York Knicks. Pippen continued to lead the Bulls through the series, and although Pippen produced quality averages of 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, the Knicks' physical defense was clearly affecting his efficiency, as he shot only 40% from the field that series. The two teams battled hard, fast break charging towards the basket as center Patrick Ewing jumped up to defend him. Pippen utterly posterized Ewing, absorbing contact and a foul, and slammed the ball through the hoop. Pippen proceeded to walk over the destroyed Ewing. He then taunted both Ewing and iconic Knicks fan Spike Lee, who was standing courtside. Pippen received a technical foul for the taunting, but it was worth the moment. That has since been immortalized in the great moments of playoff history. The Bulls handily won the game, pushing the series to a 7th game. In the 7th game, Pippen scored 20 points and added a monstrous 16 rebounds, but ultimately didn't receive enough help, and the Bulls were eliminated 87-77. Despite the MVP caliber season from Pippen, trade rumors were swirling the following season. The rumors involved the potential trade that would send Pippen to the Supersonics for Shawn Kemp. During the 94-95 season, Pippen was asked in an interview if he thought he'd be traded, to which Pippen responded, "I hope I am." You see, the Bulls were dominant in the 90s as we all know, but there was certainly no shortage of drama between the players and Jerry Krause, the team's general manager. That's another video I'll make down the road. But what's important here is that Jerry and Pippen were both sick of one another, and with the Bulls struggling that season after the loss of Horace Grant in free agency, Pippen was ready to split. That is, until Jordan announced his plans to return to the team late into the season. After Jordan rejoined the team, the Bulls were soon returning to their winning ways, but not without Pippen first validating himself as an MVP candidate and making some history too. At the end of the 1994-95 season, Pippen led his team in every major statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. In the entirety of NBA history, only 4 other players have accomplished that feat: Dave Cowens, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's some pretty damn historic company. After seeing the totality of Pippen's accomplishments, I think it's fair to see why he's easily one of the 50 greatest ever. In the small sample size without Jordan, Pippen was an MVP candidate. He's one of the greatest defenders ever, he's a great all-around player, and he was a great facilitator for the Bulls. Pippen was a reliable and capable scorer, but he was never a pure dominant scorer. Pippen was always an offensive player who played within the flow and system of his team's offense, but he wasn't the type of player who often erupted in hot scoring bursts. Even in Pippen's lone full season without Jordan, Pippen's shot attempts per game only increased a little over 1 shot a game over the previous season with Jordan. He never averaged over 22 points per game and never shot more than 18 shots per game. But other than not being quite a transcendent scorer, Pippen was remarkable in just about every other aspect of his game. Honestly, the player who reminds me the most of Scottie Pippen in today's game is Kawhi Leonard, and I don't believe that to be a knock on either player, but each player should find that flattering. Both were pretty good scorers, they had a similar height, build, and playing style. Both started slow in their careers, but matured in their game by leaps and bounds throughout the years. Both were also all-time great defenders. To me, the type of career Kawhi Leonard had had so far is the type of career Scottie Pippen could have had if he had never played alongside Michael Jordan. Despite this video, I'm sure Scottie Pippen will continue to have a legacy that sparks plenty of debate. Let me know in the comments section if you agree or disagree and just how good you believe Scottie Pippen actually was.